No Stalwart Force, no Revival of Legends, no Structure Decks, and no Secret Packs. Completely free to play. My crafting materials? Controlled by you. Join me as I attempt to climb the Master Duel ranks in this series, Master Pack only. Hello and welcome back to the third episode of Master Pack only. So last episode we got to play some duels. We actually won a couple of duels, which was incredible. I don't think we should get used to that because I don't think we should be winning many more in the near future. But we do have 3,000 gems saved up. So we are going to go ahead and just open a bunch more packs. That's 30 more packs we can open up. So we're just going to fire away with that and then we're going to jump into some more ranked games. Okay, so this is the deck that we ended up on. We had a look at some of the other strategies that we had possibly available to us, but we just don't have enough of their core cards. It's like some of the cards we're starting to get some good engine cards, but we don't have anything to really go into, so it's like we just kind of sit there spinning plates and then do nothing. Whereas at least with this deck we have some monsters we can go into, like, you know, Borreload. We have at least some powerful monsters that we can summon, Levianeer, Red Eyes Darkness Metal, which they might not be much, but they're something, right? At least we can attempt to go into them and have some sort of end board to try and win the game off of. So some new inclusions. We did decide to use the Phantom of Chaos. I'm not sure about how this card's going to go, but we thought we'd try it out. We are on the Dwarf Star Dragon. We are also on the Assault Wyvern. I figure if this effect ever goes off, it should be really good for us. It's unlikely to go off, but, you know, if it does go off, it seems pretty good. 100 Dragon is a bit of a weird one. We want more different elements just so that we're able to summon Protoss easier, because a lot of our games yesterday were going a lot better just because of Protoss, so just having that seems decent. It's an okay stat line. It's still a dragon, so it can still facilitate a lot of our other plays. And the effective protector monster might come up. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's the big changes. I mean, we also have the new Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, which we'll have to see if it actually comes off. We do technically now have 2 fusion targets. Chances are we're still just going to keep going into Borreload, but maybe we go into Starving Venom. What we could do as well is use... that was silly. Fusion Gate. And then just have access to more fusions. I'm not sure if this is the right direction to go. I think we'll try it out. We'll try it out. And for now, we will just take out a Tidying. We'll see how this goes. Alright. Well, it's time to jump into some ranked. Alright, here we go. Bronze 3. Now, we did well to win as many games as we did yesterday. I mean, I think every week, at least until we start getting some sort of good upgrades, we're going to just expect to lose the entire time. I'm just going to blind second for the same reasons as last week, which is we don't really have much of a going first play. It's just kind of set trap cards. We don't really have like any negates to put up or anything like that. So we figured we might as well go second, where we can try and actively play the game. Game 1 versus Blue Eyes. They open with Maiden with Eyes of Blue and pass. We special Vice, normal Metal Rocket, attack with both, and then Ash the Maiden, trying to special Blue Eyes. We set Lost Wind and pass. They reborn their Maiden back, set a couple of back row, and pass back to us. We decide to use our Iron Dragon in end phase to pop a back row Silver Cry. Our turn, we normal Assault Wyvern. Xyz into Track Black. Banish 3 to special Protoss. Activate Track Back on Protoss. How much is this already? We already have game on board, so we'll go ahead and activate the effect. Go for Light. Go to battle. See if we can get him with our Rocket Dragon. See if we can get him with our Iron Dragon. Nice! Oh, another win on the account! Alright, obviously, you know, we were against Blue Eyes and a very slow Blue Eyes deck at that, but, you know, a win's a win is a win. We take those. We take those. Oh, rank up! Bronze 2. Alright, game 2 versus Sky Strikers. They open up with just setting 2 and pass. Back to us. We draw for turn. Normal summon Magna Rocket. They get Solemn Judgmented. And we have no more plays to make, so we're forced to pass. Their turn, they do nothing and pass. We draw normal summon Metal Rocket, which gets Effect Veilered. Okay. We attack for 17, set Lost Wind, and pass. Their turn, they just drop Engage, search Ray, normal Ray, link into Hayate. They flip over Vector Blast, and we both mill 2. They drop Jamming Wave, so I chain Lost Wind on Hayate, and Metal Rocket gets popped. They link into Shizuku, and I trigger Lost Wind to reset it. They get in for 15. End phase, Shizuku searches Shark Cannon, and Metal Rocket summons Rocket Synchron from the deck. Well, we drop Raigeki. Plan is just to force out the ray effect. Normal summon Magna Rocket from hand. Banish 3 for Levianeer, forcing out the ray, who links into Kaina, which we lost wind, so our Levianeer can still attack this turn. We go to battle and attack in for 4050 damage, winning us our second game of the day. Game 3, we're against Amazement Pendulum. We open 5 monsters, but we do have our only hand trap in Ash. They start with Persona Dragon in the Pendulum Zone, set 2 back row and pass. Our turn, we draw into Tidying, set it, and DD Warrior Lady, since that's all we can do, and we pass. Their turn, they just set back row and pass back to us again. We draw Monster Reborn off the top, set Phantom of Chaos, and pass. We don't really have a lot we can do right now. They do nothing, and just pass back to us again. Exhilarating. We draw Phalanx and decide to go on the offensive. Synchroing into Kendama and attacking into their Ring of Destruction. Ouch. They then use their Arlecchino in hand to special summon itself, and we're forced to pass. Their turn. They set one and attack into our Warrior Lady. We banish the Arlecchino with our Warrior Lady, and then they pass back to us. We don't have a lot to do, so we just set Brotar and pass. They set another back row and pass back to us. We draw Darkness Metal off the top. Flip and banish Brotar to summon Darkness, which is met with another Ring of Destruction. We use Tidying in response to put Darkness back in our hand to save it and bounce their monster back to hand. With an empty board, we can use Kendama to revive itself and get in for 22. Their turn. They set a monster and then scoop it up, giving us our third win of the day. Game 4, and we're versus Monarchs. Anchamufrite effect to draw a card, summon a Dia, and special summon Eidos from deck. Followed by Tenacity, revealing Mega Caius, searching return. They set one, activate, return, and tribute summon Mega Caius, banishing their set card. Triggering return and adding Majesty's Fiend. Our turn, and we draw Lost Wind. Set Magna Rocket and Wind, and then pass. Their turn, they drop Foolish and dump a Dia to return Escalation that Caius banished. Then they use Eidos and Grave to special a Dia from Grave. And then Adia's effect specials Mithra from deck. They tribute for Fiend, triggered return, again searching Erebus. Fiend attacks into Magna Rocket and Caius hits for 28. This isn't looking good. We normal summon Magna Rocket and attack over a Dia. We have no way to get over Caius' 28, so we have very few options available to us. Their turn. They attack over Magna with Fiend, and then hit us direct for another 28. Our turn, we reborn Magna back and normal summon Wyvern. Then Xyz into Baguska, buying us a few turns. Thanks to Baguska's effect, all of their monsters are changed to defense position, and none of their effects can activate. They try to change the monster back to attack, have it forced back into defense, tribute for Caius, triggering return. So that is a little bit awkward, and that means he now has this as well. So 2 monsters pick up different names from your hand or deck to the graveyard if you do special summon. What? What? We had lost the game. Why? Oh my god. Okay, we take it. I mean, that's 2 surrenders, which is a bit weird, but we take those. We take those any day, especially when we're playing the absolute pile that we are on. Game 5, and we're against Aramage. We open 3 high-level monsters. What a brick. But this is bound to happen when we build our deck this way. They activate Gardening, normal Laurel, and pass. We draw into Destrudo, set Horn, and pass. They link into Jasmine, which we Horn because it's an inherent summon. They heal up from Gardening and Laurel. Our turn. We draw Lightning Storm. So we drop it, destroying their spell and traps, and reborn their Angelica. We then use Destrudo's effect to pay half our life to special it from hand. We tribute both for Darkness Metal, and attack for 28. Their turn, they Gardening, and special summon Laurel again. Then special summon Angelica from grave, and tribute Laurel for Majoram, before synchroing into Sweet Majoram. Sweet Majoram's effect searches Humid Winds and pops our dragon. They set winds and hit us for 22. Our turn, we top Lost Wind, set and pass. Fortunately, we can't summon either of the cards in our hand at the moment. They Humid and end phase, search for Jasmine. Use Angelica from hand to heal. Humid Winds searches Bergamot. Sweet Majoram pops our Lost Wind, which we were unable to chain because of her effect. And then they hit us for game. So, 4-1. Still a good record so far. Game 6, our opponent is playing Dinosaurs and starts comboing off for several minutes until he ends on a board of 3 Negate Appaloosa, Borreload Savage Dragon, Ultimate Conductor, and Pancratops, which means he has 3 monster negates, an Omni negate, 2 disruptions in the form of changing all of our monsters to face down defense with Tyranno, and pop any card with Pancratops. The only realistic way we can play through this is Raigeki into Lightning Storm. But we have neither in hand. So we try to wall up, and then our opponent disconnects. I mean, I guess we take those. 5-1. Game 7 versus Casual Eldritch. Eldritch is a terrible matchup for us, and this game does go on for a while. We get whittled down slowly, can't really contest their board. They end on Vampire, which can negate graveyard effects, and Mad Golden Lord, which was, pretty cool to see. But yeah, they take us down pretty handily. It's just a very long game, and I don't really want to have the whole thing up here. So yeah, 5-2. Game 8 versus Shadow Invoked. They open Meltdown, search Alistair. Normal summon Alistair, search Invocation. Invocation into Shadow Construct. Squamata and Construct's effects to dump 2 Beast. Beast effect, draw 1. They set 1 and pass to us. We normal Gradle Eagle, which is met by Shadow Core. We decide to attack over Alistair, set Horn and pass. They go straight to battle and attack over Eagle. So we can use Eagle effect to steal Construct. Then they pass. Our turn. We normal Planeter, attack over Core with Construct, and get in for 17. End phase, we attempt to use Planeter's effect, but it gets ashed. Their turn. They drop Shadow Fusion. Squamata dumps Wendy. Wendy effects specials Dragon face down. Apcalone negates Eagle, and they get their construct back. They normal Squamata, link it, and Apcalone into Verte, which we negate with Horn. Apcalone effect searches El Shaddai Fusion, then sends it to the grave. They set 1 and attack over Planeter. Our turn. We special Vice Dragon, normal Phalanx, and Synchro into Black Rose. Wiping the board. Triggering Construct, letting them return core to the hand. We then set Tidying and pass. Their turn. They only have 2 cards in hand, so they T-set, pass. We normal summon Magna Rocket, which is met with Core. Attack over Hedgehog, which searches Incarnation, and pass. Their turn, they set 2 back row and end. We link summon Striker Dragon, which is met with Incarnation, which revives Apcalone, negating Striker. We banish 3 for Levianeer and target their entire board. In response, they flip over Torrential and wipe out our monsters. They use Apcalone to trigger Squamata and dump Wendy, who summons Ariel from deck. We use Return of the Dragon Lords to bring back Levianeer, since it was summoned correctly, and hit over Ariel. They set 1 and pass. We summon 100 Dragon and get in for 51. They set another back row and pass back to us. Yes, we'll just activate the effect of 100 Dragon. See what he's got for that. If you'll discard a card if you do banish it once per chain when a trap. We'll put this back in our hand. Try and bounce that back to your hand. And then that's how we win the game, baby! Shadow's taken down. So, we ended with a record of 6-2, which I am very pleased with, bringing the series total to 9-4. Now, to go into the crafting. Last video, the bundle with the most votes was Rockets, so we'll be crafting those 3 cards. But now, for the next bundles. So the first bundle we're going to look at is Dragons, starring Dwarf Star Dragon Planeter, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, an ultra rare, and Light Pulsar Dragon. The second bundle, Tri-Melffys, Melffy Puppy, Tri-Brigade Keras, and Tri-Brigade Rugal the Silver Sheller. Finally, the Good Stuff bundle, starring Mech Knight Green Horizon, Polymerization, and Forbidden Chalice. So you'll find the poll down in the description, so please go there, vote, and see what we craft for the next episode. Thank you for watching.